Tony D and Little Joan somewhere in the background, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Nosferatu, starring William Dafoe as the vampire hunter this time. You may remember he played Nosferatu in a different film. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 14 available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free, and I think Renfield's in it. The guy who played Renfield in the Renfield movie. So a lot of vampire actors playing different roles, if I'm not mistaken. This is by Robert Eggers, and it looks very dark and twisted. And of course, it's coming out during Christmas because, that's just when we want to see a dark and twisted movie about vampires. Let's see who's in this thing. It looks good. I don't know why you wouldn't release this Halloween, but okay. Yeah, Robert Eggers directs and writes. So you got William Dafoe, who was. Nicholas Hoult is in it. He was Renfield in another movie. And William Dafoe was Nosferatu in another movie. So, interesting. Lily Rose Depp is in it. Johnny Depp's daughter. Bill Skarsgård's in it. So a lot of people in this thing. It looks very creepy. Looks very creepy. That might be Lily Rose Depp there. Not sure. So the color scheme, very washed out, gray. You know, it's in color, but it almost looks like black and white. And William Dafoe is doing like kind of an accent. Nosferatu, the vampire. So it's going to be very creepy. I don't know why you release this on Christmas. Who the hell wants to go see this on Christmas? Hey kids. You getting ready for Santa? Yeah, Dad. How'd you like to go have some nightmares? Like, I get it. I like these movies, but it just seems totally inappropriate to release during Christmas. You should release it at Halloween. Halloween, people would be 100% up for this. Even if you pushed it back to November, still Halloweeny. But by December, you're releasing it December 25th on Christmas. Nosferatu, the complete opposite of Christmas, essentially. I kind of don't want to see this on Christmas. I guess I'll watch it later. I guess you could say for horror fans, Merry Christmas, but it's not the kind of, it's not the, first off, on the 25th, I'll be busy doing Christmas things, but, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why would you, are you purposely focus features? Are you purposely trying to I don't know, say, Christmas doesn't matter. Like, what are you trying to do? What kind of statement is that to release this movie on Christmas? It makes no sense. No sense. You gonna release a movie about the Crusades on Ramadan? I mean, that's what it's like. You're gonna release, I don't know, another movie about the big world war on, a holiday for Jewish people. I mean, that just seems inappropriate. It seems inappropriate. So, yeah, I mean, it's not the biggest offense in the world I can think of, but it just seems the wrong day to do it. What are you going to release on Valentine's Day? Like, here's a movie about divorce. You're supposed to, on Valentine's Day, you release romance movies. That's a no-brainer, or at least one. Mother's Day movie. If you have like a mother related movie, you might, I mean, like Albert Brooks made the movie Mother. It would have been appropriate to release it on Mother's Day. It would have been a brilliant move. Summer movie, you release movies about fun stuff, big, huge movies. Maybe you release a horror movie, like a bit, like this one would have been more appropriate in the summer. Thanksgiving, you release like family. Starting at Thanksgiving, you start releasing family movies, and by Christmas, you're releasing like holiday movies. You kind of don't release a dark vampire movie. It just seems to go against the grain of the holiday and the mood. So if this movie comes out December 25th, when are people going to be in the mood for it? You figure Christmas week is just dead. I mean, yeah, people go to the movies, but not to see this. And, maybe 2 weeks they'll be ready. Okay. A week or two, at least a week. I would say at least after New Year's. By New Year's, okay, maybe I'm ready to go see a horror movie, I guess. Assuming you have any money left between the holiday and New Year's. I mean, that's another factor, too. Once you hit post-holiday season, forget it. You're just trying to cram this in before the end of the year. This is a dumb place to drop it. This movie would have did better in January. Mid-January release would have been fine. At least, it's cold. So I could kind of be up for a horror movie, I guess. So what's the story? Well, I would assume first act. Somebody is being plagued by, it depends. I guess it'll follow the old silent movie to some degree. Someone's being plagued by the Nosferatu. William Dafoe and the locals are trying to figure it all out. And some people don't believe it and consider it hogwash or whatever. But Lily Rose Depp continues to get sicker and sicker. I think there's a Renfield in it. I think this guy is the Renfield. I don't know if it's Dracula because Renfield was only in Dracula. Or are they combining Nosferatu and Dracula? Are they the same thing? I mean, in some things they were different, but I guess it's going to be like Nosferatu and Dracula combined. And then second act, he's killing people and horrible things are happening. And then the third act, William Dafoe leads a ragtag group to confront him after having to kill some of the people he turned. And I'm going to guess they kill Nosferatu, or think they do. Or maybe it ends even darker than that. But then again, it's Christmas. If it ends that way, you're absolutely insane. Like, if it ends with everybody dying and then Nosferatu gets away, or Dracula gets away and moves on to continue to spread darkness and terror across the world, I think you need to seriously sit down and think about what you're releasing in the movies. Okay. Only in theaters this Christmas. Nosferatu is a gothic tale of obsession between a haunted young woman and a terrifying vampire infatuated with her, causing untold horror in its wake. So it doesn't mention Dracula, so maybe it's not. Maybe they're just using the sort of Renfield trope here. I think he bites off the head of the what's the name? The pigeon. But don't get me wrong, it looks cool. It looks dark. I just don't want to see it at Christmas. So, you're releasing this thing in theaters. I'm not going to get up and go to theaters in the middle of the holidays. Who the hell? I would have to be dating the biggest horror fan on 2 feet that she would want to go see this thing. And even then, I'd be like, it's the holidays, let's wait a few days, It really, to me, it works against the grain of this whole thing to release it now. If you release this in October, I think people would go bananas. Absolutely, 100%. You know? To release it during Christmas just seems really dumb. Anyhow, I've never complained about the timing of the release of a movie, I don't think. It seems like every day I find a new thing to complain about. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on all our various links, including the other platforms, which I can't mention because YouTube apparently is knocking it down in the algorithm if you do. I am trying to do a live stream on one of the other platforms right now, but the entire site crashed. That is the one that rhymes with stumble and is green. So I'm going to attempt to do that again. We'll see if it works. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.